So this next section is a big one in terms of the number of commands we cover. We talk about at least, 4, maybe 5 different commands. The thing that binds them all together is that they help you either undo changes or go back in time or view changes from earlier. But there's not just one thing we talk about. There's not just one command. So compared to other sections, at least other recent sections where, it was like git merge for the whole section, or git branch the whole section, or git diff. This section is a motley crew of different commands. And a lot of them are good to know about for sure and are useful at times, but they are not things you use on a daily basis unless you're like constantly messing up and constantly needing to revert or reset your work and undo commits, which personally doesn't happen to me like daily. Certainly I make mistakes or I want to undo changes, but not as much as I want to make commits, for example, or make branches. Anyway, we're going to start by talking about checking out commits and something called detached head and how to get out of it or how to fix it. It's not really a problem, but recognizing what that means. And then we'll talk about discarding changes with git checkout. I'll say that's important. Git restore is important. Git reset and git revert. Very confusing, right? Restore, reset, and revert. They all kind of sound like they might do the exact same thing. So they're all going to be marked, or I just marked them all as important. As I've mentioned, when you need them, they are critical, but you may not need them all that much. I want to refrain from putting everything ever in critical. I mean, it's in this course because it's worth knowing, but these topics in particular, I'd say just don't come up as much as the stuff over here. So definitely don't skip this section, but because there are so many different commands, I have a feeling it could be a little bit intimidating. So keep that in mind as you're learning them, right? You don't need to commit them to memory, or you may not remember them as easily just because you don't use them as much. Okay, let's get started with all these similar sounding commands. Here we go.